let's start with the Tampa
morning,
side of this. We've had a lot of different perspective this morning because when last seen, Gronkowski certainly seemed to be physically something of a shell of himself. Just how good, just how much better are the Buccaneers in your mind than they were 24 hours ago?
Well, I personally think it's a significant upgrade because you know what they're going to do in the red zone. Rob Gronkowski is obviously an elite target. He's got 79 touchdowns in his career. We know what he brings to the table, the familiarity, the assisting Tom Brady in the culture change. To have weapons like Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Cameron Brate, O.J. Howard, these are weapons not only did Tom Brady not have at his disposal, especially last season, but for the most part throughout his career, Rob Gronkowski didn't have that supporting cast either. You have a situation right now where Rob Gronkowski could literally sit on the sideline with his shades on, chilling or absorbing the, or pouring the crowd to like really bring it on or whatever the case may be until you get in the red zone, and then you can find him as a target at that particular moment in time. With Bruce Arians calling the offense, with Byron Leftwich helping him do so as the offensive coordinator, with Tom Brady, a very familiar individual, throwing him the football. There is no question to me that this is going to be an elite offense in the National Football League. I remind you that even though my Defensive Player of the Year, quarterback Jameis Winston, is no longer there because he won't be throwing 30 interceptions, let's not forget the fact that the guy did throw over 5,100 yards, 5,109 to be exact. The man passed for 5,000 yards. Okay, so if he could pass for 5,000 yards in that offense, imagine what Tom Brady could do with the requisite weapons, not to mention not throwing 30 interceptions because he's never thrown more than 14 in his career. Not to mention the fact it's also going to improve their running game because Rob Gronkowski is not just an elite pass catcher from the tight end spot. He's also an elite blocker, which is also going to assist their running game as well. Overall, their offense should be a juggernaut. Their defense improved in the second half of the season. I think that Tampa Bay, they still ain't better than San Francisco. I agree with Dan Orlovsky there. But they're going to be one of the elite teams in the NFC, and everybody better look out.
You know, Mike Tannenbaum brought up the idea that maybe this now becomes the team that a lot of veterans want to sign a one-year deal with because they want to play with Brady and all of that. I get that totally. But you know better than anybody. In basketball, that works. Put a bunch of guys together, put those three guys together in Miami in 2010, and they're in the NBA Finals just like that. In football, it usually doesn't. And you remember what happened in Philadelphia when the Eagles tried to put together what they called a dream team. It doesn't always work in football. Are you concerned that it doesn't work in this case? What is your level of concern that it doesn't all come together that fast in this case?
Zero. And here's the reason why. The team is basically intact, with the exception of adding Tom Brady and Rob Gronkowski. If I sat up there and I said to any football team on the planet, we're going to leave ourselves intact. We had the 4th-ranked passing attack in the National Football League. We had one of the elite offenses in the National Football League. But instead of Jameis Winston, I'm going to add Tom Brady. And without getting rid of Brate or O.J. Howard, I'm going to add Rob Gronkowski. You tell me what is there to figure out. How is that a problem? It's not a problem at all. You have additional weapons. If it's a problem, it's a damn good problem for Bruce Arians and Byron Leftwich to have, and I think they'd be the first to tell you that.
Okay, I like that. If it's a problem, you're exactly right. It's a problem 31 other teams would like to have. And one of them that used to have it and does it now, of course, is New England. So Tom Brady wanted to keep playing, but not there. Rob Gronkowski wanted to come back and play, but not there. What does all of this say about the Patriot way and about Bill Belichick?
Well, it's not about the Patriot way. It's about the Bill Belichick way. And the fact of the matter is he's an elite coach. You can't knock him. He's a champion 6 times over as a head coach, 2 times as a defensive coordinator. He's been to 11 Super Bowls overall, 9 as a head coach. There's no way to impugn the greatness of Bill Belichick. He's just simply that phenomenal. The flip side to it is that if you want to have a good time while winning, that might not be the place that you want to be. That's all that this says. That's not a great thing to say about Bill Belichick, but that's all there is that you can say. He might strip you of the fun, the good times that you could have while enduring an NFL season. That's about all. There's nothing else that you can say about the man. His job as a head coach is to try to win as many football games as possible. Him, along with Tom Brady, has done a phenomenal job of doing so over the last 2 decades. You can't sully his name in any way other than the fact that he's the kind of guy that you definitely can win with. He will help you win. He will put you in the best position to win. But are you going to enjoy yourselves during that grueling 6-7 month period where you have to play with this man, not including training camp, OTAs, preseason, etc.? Can you deal with not having that great of a time? That's about the only question mark about Bill Belichick. in all honesty.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.